This Red Sox-Orioles series on NESN is brought to you by Echo Outdoor Power Equipment. And tonight from Fenway, the Red Sox and Orioles clash in Game 2 of the series on a night where Chris Sale takes the mound in search of his second win and some runs. Hi, everybody. Great to have you with us tonight. I'm Dave O'Brien alongside the Hall of Famer Dennis Eckersley. Aaron Austin joining us in just a couple of moments. Eck, he has been brilliant. Chris Sale has been off the charts outstanding, but he's also been starving for some runs because the Red Sox have only scored 4 runs while he's been on the mound so far this season.
Well, the players know that. The offense knows they haven't supplied him with anything. He should be 5-0. He should easily be 5-0. He goes out there and punches out 10 guys just to stay in shape. He's done that 4 games in a row, and you expect him to do that every time out. The numbers are off the charts. 1.19 ERA, leads the world in punch-outs with 52. I tell you, the guy works as fast as anybody in the league. He's got 3 nasty pitches. He can get it up to 98, got a great little change-up, slider. I mean, he does everything great. He's a great competitor. He'll come inside in a heartbeat. Yeah, I look forward to seeing how he pitches tonight.
Indeed, and he's certainly hoping it'll be different as far as the run support is concerned. And for a lot of folks in the ballpark tonight, all eyes will be on Adam Jones. He'll be joined by President Sam Kennedy right there. That was before the game, and Sam Kennedy will have comments and an official apology for what happened last night. Red Sox and the Orioles coming up in just a moment. Where what happened last night, those awful incidents revolving around Adam Jones, a star outfielder of the Baltimore Orioles. Sam Kennedy, president of the Boston Red Sox, about an hour ago with an official apology to Adam and to the Baltimore Orioles.
My immediate reaction was of disgust. It was sickening, maddening, frustrating. Someone who's been in Boston most of my life and loves the city. It was just awful to read and hear. So we spent most of the night trying to find out what happened, what didn't happen. And at the end of the day, as soon as we heard what Adam had said, we wanted to apologize to him on behalf of the mayor of the city of Boston, on behalf of John Henry, Tom Werner, our entire organization. What he heard is entirely and completely unacceptable behavior at Fenway Park. It will not be tolerated, and we needed to respond quickly. So we apologized to Adam publicly through a statement, and the Baltimore Orioles. I spoke with John Angelos this morning to apologize to him as well. And then John Henry and I had a chance to meet with our players before meeting with Adam Jones in person to express those apologies to him in person. But it's just a despicable situation when something like this happens, and we felt we needed to act and act swiftly and boldly. We also recognize that this is not an indictment on Red Sox fans or Boston fans in general. This is the best fan base in baseball. It's the best fan base in sports. And this is, maybe it's one person, maybe it's a handful of people that engage in deplorable, despicable behavior, but that should not be an indictment on Boston sports fans. We have the best fans. They care that this does not represent. So I want to make sure that's important. We expressed that to the players as well, and they couldn't have agreed more. And then we had a chance to go over, sit down with Buck Showalter and Adam Jones, and John Henry expressed our apologies and just wanted to make sure that Adam heard directly from the top of the organization. And I think that was pretty powerful and impactful. And Adam was terrific. He said, guys, this is not your fault. You know, this was some stupid person in the fans, in the stands, making some bad comment, and you know, it shouldn't happen, but it did, and we regret that it did.
Sam Kennedy's apology there, so heartfelt for such a classy athlete. He's in the cage right there and will be in the lineup tonight. Red Sox and the Orioles back to baseball tonight here at Fenway Park. By Toyota's website for deals. BuyAToyota.com. Dunkin' Donuts. America runs on Dunkin'. Lexus and the Lexus Strikes Out Hunger program. Plain Ridge Park Casino, 45 minutes from Boston. Citizens Bank. Visit citizensbank.com. And by Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. Well, it's turned into a pretty night. Chris Sale on the bump. Here's a look at the Oriole lineup he'll face tonight. Brought to you by New England Chevy Dealers. Joey Rickard will lead things off. He's in right field. Adam Jones in center field. Manny Machado at third base. He had a big night last night. Mark Trumbo, the DH. Chris Davis at first. Scope, Mancini, Hardy, and Joseph round out the lineup. Against the Red Sox starter, presented by New England Audi Dealers, Chris Sale, 1-2 with a 1.19 ERA, the Major League strikeout leader.
Yeah, the Red Sox defense is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. They are not surprisingly in last place in defense. 23 errors in 25 games around the infield. Hernandez, Bogarts, Pedroia, Moreland. In the outfield, Benintendi, Jackie Bradley Jr., Mookie Betts and right. Behind the plate, Sandy Leone catching Chris Sale.
Umpires are brought to you by Toyota's website for deals. BuyAToyota.com. DJ Rayburn has the plate tonight. Sam Holbrook, Jim Wolf, and Greg Gibson on the bases. And we're available. This telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your TV remote. SAP presented by Toyota. Visit Compra2Toyota.com to see Toyota deals not seen on TV. Here's the weather. Really pretty night as mentioned. 63 degrees at the moment. Partly cloudy. Still some sun up there. The rain has gone away. And Sale is ready to work. Rickard in the box, and then Adam Jones right behind him. And Strike one at 97.
I think he's loose.
52 strikeouts to lead the majors. That is the second most for any pitcher since 1893 over his first 5 games with a team. We're going back into the 1890s for reference points with Sale. 1-2.
This guy is a freak. He really is. I mean, the way he throws, deception, the velocity, the combination of pitches he throws, strikes galore, swings and misses galore.
Averaging 94 miles an hour with the fastball this season.
Yeah, now what's he going to do?
Adam Jones, the focus of so much attention last night and today here at Fenway. And 1-2. Waved at and missed. Down he goes. Strikeout number 1. So Rickard done in on the slider, and here comes Jones for the first time tonight.
Number 10, Adam Jones.
Well, the nod of the head, the acknowledgement for the fans who are standing around Fenway, and he fouls one away. He is 4 for 13 with 5 strikeouts in his career against Chris Sale.
That was just the right thing to do.
And the 0-1. Roller foul, 0-2. Well, as Sam Kennedy said, I'm sickened by the conduct of an ignorant few, and of course apologized to Adam Jones for last night's racial incident here. Jones himself put it in context. He said it's unfortunate that people need to resort to those type of epithets to degrade another human being. Rob Manfred weighed in, called those episodes completely unacceptable. The commissioner of baseball, swing and a miss for strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for Sale.
A little 98 piece. Way off, not even close to the strike zone. He gets guys to swing at balls that are so out of the strike zone. First strikeout, breaking ball in the dirt, and this fastball was not even close, but 98. He's on his mission.
So Machado to dig in, 225, 5 homers, 15 runs batted in. Last night with a home run totally out of Fenway. First one right behind him, and there's the warning. Home plate umpire Rayburn warning both dugouts and Chris Sale.
Well, that didn't take very long.
So for all the talk about it being over, it's not over. Mookie Betts drilled last night by Bundy. Pretty clear how the Red Sox feel about that. And Sale throwing right behind Machado.
Well, it tells you exactly what the Red Sox feel happened last night when Bundy drilled Betts, and he drilled him good. I mean, he drilled him down, you know, below the belt, hit him in the shin. He smoked him.
Well, he hit him up around the hip.
Did he?
Yeah, that's where he got him, around high on the thigh. Stop. DJ Rayburn is cautioning Machado with the language. So this is a long way from over.
Yeah, I didn't think it was over, but I didn't think it would happen this soon, and wasn't quite sure who they were going to throw out, but obviously they're going to throw at Machado.
You know, one of the things I think you have to look at with Chris Sale is he throws inside.
Yeah, he throws inside, but that was like...
No, I don't mean that. I mean by nature he throws inside. So what if he hits a guy tonight?
Right.
Well, he's going to be thrown out, even if he's not throwing at anybody or throwing behind anyone. I'm not for a moment going to tell you that pitch just got away. Of course not.
Well, he could have come inside a lot tonight, but now he's got to be careful. And so does the other pitcher. So it's
also true about Alec Asher tonight, right? So what was a very respectful moment around Adam Jones and a very classy gesture by the fans, it reminds you what's going on the field between the Red Sox and the Orioles is as heated as it gets.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, when that happened last night, we weren't quite sure. And then after a second later, it was like, wait a minute. Of all people, Mookie Betts, who just absolutely wore them out last year. And this pitch is behind him. And he knows he's going to get a warning. And this doesn't surprise anybody. Where does it end? Back to work, looking for a punch out.
Where's apparently that? A little low, according to Rayburn, and the count 2-0. 2 down, bases empty. Boy, what a start to this one. That's a strike.
All that adrenaline he has going, and he paints the bottom of the strike zone back to back. This guy's on a mission, man.
2-2.
That changeup, a hard changeup, 88, 89. Now what's he going to do? Wipe out slider, high cheese, what?
Oh, he got him. 98 is the answer. He strikes out Rickard, Jones, and Machado. What a start.
Wow.
Chris Sale with a statement of "I've got your back." The Red Sox lineup brought to you by Toyota's website for deals. Buyatoyota.com. And for the Sox, it'll be Xander Bogaerts, Andrew Benintendi, and Mookie Betts. Then Hanley Ramirez, Mitch Moreland, and Dustin Pedroia, followed by Jackie Bradley, Sandy Leon, and Marco Hernandez, taking on the 25-year-old right-hander Alec Asher, 1-0 with a 2.16 ERA. His second start of the season. Also used him out of the bullpen. Xander hitting .325. And the first one in there for strike one. An absolutely fascinating top of the first inning.
I've never seen anything like it. Never seen anything like it. With the punch outs, the last 3 pitches he threw, he just brought. And Vocal went into the dugout. You never hear him say much. He's kind of quiet.
Oh yeah.
He was on fire in there, yelling and getting off, chirping.
0-2. Chop back to the hill. Asher grabs that. One man gone.
Boy, he's feeling it right here. More and more and more, and then he's getting high fives from everybody. Mookie right there. Thank you very much. Thank you. And then feel it. You don't see it, but he's going to start popping off, man.
Yeah. There he goes.
Here he goes. He's going to hold court, man. If anybody can, he can.
Benintendi now at 333 with 3 home runs. You talk about, when does it end? Tonight, I think for the rest of the night, it's in all likelihood going to be on hold, isn't it? Because they've already been warned. Anyone else throws at someone, they're out of the game. Maybe someone would give themselves up for that depending on the score, but you'd think for now, quite possibly, nothing else going to occur tonight.
Yeah, this will go on.
Yeah, I just mean for tonight.
Yeah, tonight I think it's put off.
Perhaps. Red Sox right now 2-4 on a messy homestand. Committed 10 errors over the last 3 games. And as John Farrell said, time to clean that up. And the 0-2 is inside on Benintendi.
I mean, do you feel it's even, both teams? If you were the Red Sox, you're okay with everything right now? I think they are right this moment.
I would agree.
I don't think Baltimore's real happy right now, and I sure think that Manny is not happy at all. Machado, I mean, here's a guy that got thrown at his head. I mean, he's got the worst of it if you think about it.
But I'll say this: he's been thrown at twice. He hasn't been hit once.
No, you're right. He hasn't got stung yet. I'll tell you, Betts, that had to hurt.
He got 95.
Drilled. Yeah, he
right.
got drilled hard by Bundy.
2-2 fouled away.
I'll tell you what, that kid Bundy showed me something. That takes a lot of guts to be drilling somebody in a 2-0 game with Hanley on deck, and you put on Mookie. 2-0 game. That's why I had my doubts at this, and then I thought, wait a minute.
Hard hit up the middle, but shuffling over to get it. 2 down.
The defense for the Baltimore Orioles, they got 12 errors in 24 games around the infield. Machado at third, Hardy at short, Scope at second, Chris Davis at first. In the outfield, Mancini in left, Adam Jones in center, Ricard in right. Behind the plate, Caleb Joseph catching Asher.
Asher coming off a solid start, no decision against Toronto a couple of weeks ago. Went 6 1/3, gave up 3 hits and 1 run. And here's Mookie. 282, 2 home runs, and 11 runs batted in. Drilled by Dylan Bundy in the 6th inning last night. And back to that pitch.
Boy, he got drilled hard. Oof. Right above the thigh, almost the hip. He was limping around first base.
2-0 breaking ball swung on and lofted to left, and Mancini in on it to retire the side. So that's the end of 1. Heading to the 2nd, no score. LL Bean, inspiring products designed for a reason. Sullivan Tire and Complete Auto Service. And by Bed Gear. Sleep fuels everything. Now you're wondering whose team it is, right? After David Ortiz departs the scene, it was certainly Big Papi's ball club and his clubhouse. You might be looking at the new guy.
Right this second, this is his team. I tell you what. I mean, who wants to get drilled by that 98? Not me.
Who wants to hit against him? He strikes out Rickard, Jones, and Machado to start it. Throwing behind Machado, drawing warnings for both clubs. And now here's Trumbo. Settling in, I guess. 214 with a couple of home runs. He's driven in 12.
Then he drops a changeup on you. I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, anytime he wants, and he throws it for a strike too now.
Oh, 2 on deck, Chris Davis, and then Jonathan Scope in the second inning after, to put it mildly, an eventful first inning. Sale trying to whiff the first 4 men. That's exactly what he does. 98. Trumbo's going to stand and argue a bit, but 4 straight strikeouts.
I don't know what he's arguing about. He threw him 3 strikes, 2 down the middle, and this one up and in, and it's got the corner. Sit down. That's 4 in a row. Wasting no time. This guy could punch out 20 guys in 100 pitches. I mean, he wastes no pitches.
Now Chris Davis. And you're seeing a lot of this lately, Yak, and you pointed out this before the game. A lot of guys getting in the box and swinging at the first pitch because the last thing in the world they want is to be down 0-2.
Right, they're just trying to make contact.
You know, his called strike rate on his fastball is up significantly this year over his last season with Chicago. It's 41% on the fastball. Called strikes.
Got a little help right there. Change up. You don't see a lot of change ups to left-handed hitters. The crazy thing about this kid is that he doesn't walk anybody. I mean, strikeouts to walk are through the roof lifetime.
He's walked 6 men all season. Barely missed with that slider inside. And the count 2-2.
That's the soft slider. That's not the put away one.
Check swing. The count moves to 3-2. Davis 229. Excellent power, but he's 1 for 10 lifetime against Sale.
You got a party right here. Gas. Yes.
Got him. 5 up, 5 down, all strikeout victims. They're going to have to keep up tonight.
Oh. I'm telling you, this kid is special. I mean, he is just so special. The control, the command that he has with this electric stuff, the funkiness in his windup, the deception that Kershaw has, you know, that herky jerk that he has. Well, he has that sidearm herky jerk.
Strike 1 on Scope.
Breaking ball.
Scope 295 with 5 homers.
He gets locked in, this kid. Can't help but think you're going to punch out the world. My goodness.
Sale's only start against the Orioles last year with the White Sox. He got the win, the 1-1. And a shot to dead away center field, but Jackie Bradley there. First non-strikeout, but it's 6 up and 6 down tonight for Mr. Sale. Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. Toyota's website for deals. BuyAToyota.com. Digital Federal Credit Union. See what DCU can save you. And by Subaru Retailers of New England. Red Sox coming up here on a lovely evening. Bottom half of the second inning. Sox and the Orioles game 2 of 4. Chris Sale off to a spectacular start. He has struck out 5 of 6.
Boy, I'd like to give him a 5 spot one time. Should be 5-0. His record should be 5-0 without a doubt. Last year he started off, I think, 9-0. Started the All-Star game.
Well, here comes Hanley Ramirez, followed by Moreland and Pedroia in the second against Asher. Hanley with a 7-game hitting streak. And the righty's first one in there for strike 1.
This big right-hander's got fastball low 90s, a little curveball, and a changeup. Hasn't had a lot of experience. Came over in the Hamels trade.
Yeah, from the Phillies. Originally drafted by Texas.
When he first got to Philly, they gave him the ball. He started a few games, got knocked around, but that was 2015. Since that time, he hasn't had that much of an opportunity. He's getting one here.
On the infield, charging Hardy. Scoops from the grass and gets him. One away. Tired of waiting in line to enter Fenway? Well, with the MLB.com ballpark app, you can use the electronic ticket feature to enter through the mobile ticket fast lane. Stop waiting and download the ballpark app today. Mitch Moreland will be next. He's cooled off pretty dramatically. He needs another hot stretch here. He's 1 for 18 on the homestand.
They probably would have liked to have gotten him a day off, but they couldn't. All these right-handed starters coming at him.
And batting clip down to 264. One strike on Moreland. And Asher fires. One interesting note on him. He went to the same high school as Chris Sale. Lakeland Senior High in Florida. There's a 3-year difference between the two.
Such an obscure high school, wouldn't you say? Lakeland, Florida.
1-1. Up top for a ball. Boog Powell also went to school there. So did Drew Hutchison, who's now at the Pirates. Steve Pearce and the golfer Andy Bean. So a lot of outstanding athletes out of that high school. A 2-1 is downstairs. 3 balls, 1 strike on Moreland.
He's not going to light it up. I'll tell you what, little sinker there. He's got to work all around the strike zone.
Scoreless in the second. And a good count from Mitch here, the 3-1. High fly ball down the left field line heading into the stands. Out of play. Mancini over to give it a look. You can import the NESN Red Sox calendar into your favorite calendar program and don't miss another game. You'll get automatic updates and more. Visit NESN.com/schedule to import the schedule today. Red Sox just 4-7 in the last 11 games. Trying to cut down on the mistakes. A lot of base running mistakes that John Farrell wants to see go away too, along with the defensive miscues.
A horrible one last night by Hanley.
3-2 and a high fly, well hit toward the wall. Backing up Jones. He's going to play that one off the monster, and it's going to be another double for Mitch Moreland. So maybe a good sign for the Red Sox first baseman. A 2-base hit.
I was wondering who Adam Jones was deking out there. He just sort of looked up in the air like he had a beat on it. Meanwhile, it's halfway off the wall. That's a beautiful stroke there for Moreland. We want to see more of that. from him. The doubles just keep piling up, but that's his Fenway stroke right there.
Yeah, number 13. He leads the majors. And into scoring position. Red Sox trying to get some runs for Chris Sale at last. It's been so commonplace for the Red Sox in recent games to be shut out for the first 7 innings. Dustin Pedroia trying to pick him up with 1 down. Red Sox last night for the 6th time in the last 11 games failed to score a single run in the first 7 innings. And they have gotten tired of it. Downstairs for a ball, 2-0. Jackie Bradley on deck. And Asher from the set. He's not a quick worker. Shot up the middle for a base hit. Moreland charging into third. Butterfield will wave him in. Jones up and gunning. It's offline. The run is in. And now Pedroia takes off for second base. He'll reach standing up. And the Red Sox lead it 1-0. Pedroia comes through with his 6th RBI.
Pedroia got a slider up right down the middle. He didn't try to pull it. He just hit it right back up the middle. Ball just spinning. Line drive, base hit, center field. You got Adam Jones charging this ball. Moreland coming around third. Not a good throw whatsoever. The pitcher is not backing up. You see him late chasing that ball down, but they shouldn't have had Pedroia go to second base. Error on the throw, but the pitcher should have backed it up. But at least it's a 1-0 game for Chris Sale.
And Jones will be charged with the error on the throw. To bring up Jackie Bradley, hitting 196. Also a guy who needs a hot streak. Jackie, of course, very capable of doing exactly that. He got that 29-game hitting streak, as evidenced last year. On the homestand, he's just 2 for 21. And 0 for the last 10. And he backs away, 2-0.
Not exactly getting ahead of anybody in this inning in particular.
Pedroia at second and a run home. And Asher continues to fall behind. The count 3-0 on Jackie with Sandy Leon on deck. Red Sox trying to bust out of this bad, ugly stretch they're in. Red Sox internally believe they're playing below capability and it's temporary. Here's the 3-0 pitch. And a strike.
Well, this is a guy you should knock around. You see the stuff that he's had the first inning and the third here. Nothing overpowering whatsoever. They get a couple looks at him. They should knock him around.
Good count for Jackie Bradley, 3-1. Virtually no wind tonight. And he walks him. So 3 consecutive Red Sox have reached here in the second inning. Ace Ticket is Boston's trusted source for Red Sox tickets, from bleachers to box seats. Game starting at only $19 at Fenway and backed with a 200% guarantee. Visit aceticket.com or call 1-800-MY-SEATS. So Sandy Leon looking to keep the line moving, hitting 189. Another guy trying to snap a skid. He's lately not been swinging it, although he did bunt for a hit last night to snap an 0 for 21. He takes strike 1. Dustin Pedroia with the RBI single and the error, getting down to second. Jackie Bradley after ball 4 at first. And Asher in immediate trouble here in the second inning, and time is granted. And the 0-1 pitch. 1 ball and 1 strike.
And that's that hard cutter. He's got a slider that's soft, and then the hard cutter that almost as fast as his fastball. He didn't throw it but more than 91.
I know we say this a lot. Anybody who works against Chris Sale, it's like they're sundial slow in delivering the baseball, but he is really deliberate. That is a shot in left field, slicing. Mancini on a run, will run it down. Pedroia back into second base. He'll slide in safely, and there are 2 gone. Sandy Leon taking aim to that left field corner. That'll bring up Marco Hernandez. First and second with 2 away. Marco last night 1 for 3 with a double. He has a little 4-game hitting streak. Hitting .291. And Asher will finally deliver. And he drops in a strike.
Tell you, last night they had some good play out of their left fielder Flaherty, who's not even a left fielder. He made some nice plays. You see Mancini out there tonight.
Flaherty, the young man from the state of Maine. And the 0-1. Red Sox have been locked up in a lot of tight games. 20 of the first 25 games have been decided by 3 runs or fewer. 13 of them by 1 or 2 runs. And he jumps back. 2-1.
He's just basically showing left-handed hitters inside.
John Farrell would love to see a crooked number here in the first inning. And allow Chris Sale to feel a little more comfortable. He has not known that sensation. And the 2-1 will miss. Good eye. Good take there by Marco. 3-1.
That's how he's going to try to get you out. A little sinker down and away to left-handers. Not even close.
Asher actually had Tommy John surgery when he was 14 years old. 14.
Man.
The 3-1 to Hernandez. Fouled away.
A good pitch to hit right there. A little humped up 3-1 fastball. Ball came in on him a little bit. Couldn't get to it. Uppercut.
I don't know the circumstances of why at 14 he had Tommy John, but
maybe he's throwing hooks when he was 14. Who knows?
Could be. 3-2. The runners will get a head start here with 2 down. And down he goes, hacking. Well, it could have been a bigger inning. The Red Sox do get 1 and have a 1-0 lead after 2. brought to you by T-Mobile. Most Ks in the first 5 games with a team, as mentioned, since 1893. Randy Johnson with a record 55 with Arizona. Chris Sale next, 52 with the Red Sox coming into tonight. And Pedro 51 with the Sox in 1998. That is pretty darn good company.
Yes, it is.
And so far tonight, 5 in the book. Here's Trey Mancini, impressive outfielder with 5 home runs already. And 8 over his first 17 major league games, and matched the major league record. 1-1.
He looked like he can't get to that ball down the way. He stands straight up and down.
One and two. Changeup.
I tell you what, they make up their mind long before. They right out of the hand they swing.
Buried that one, scooped up by Leon. Hardy on deck, and then Joseph, bottom third of the order here for the Orioles. Red Sox on top, 1-0. Sale eyeballing his 6th K. Swung on and missed. It gets away from Leon. He's going to have to throw off balance. The stretch, and he got him to complete the strikeout. Fine stretch there by Moreland. And an excellent play by Sandy Leon.
Yes, it was. This is a slider, but it got away. He had to throw it on the inside part of the bag. Nice stretch. You don't have to see a guy stretch on the outfield side. Excuse me, on the infield side.
Now give Mancini credit for not just hovering there, but the bench loving it. David Price. So updated now, major league leading 58th K. As a bounding ball foul by Hardy.
You see guys miss by more than by a foot sometimes. Some of these pitches. That pitch was so far inside. It's like a wild pitch the guy's swinging at.
Hardy at 185 with a home run. This is a lineup you can rack up some strikeouts. We talked about it last night, though. I mean, the strikeouts in Major League Baseball this year are at an historic rate. Here comes Bogarts on the charge. He scoops, flips, and gets him 2 down. Season is here, of course, but that doesn't mean it's too late to play fantasy baseball. Go to yahoo.com/fantasy baseball to join an existing Yahoo season-long fantasy league, where you can build your own. Don't forget to visit NESN.com/fantasy for the latest news, lineups, and more. Two down. Here's Caleb Joseph, the catcher, way out in front.
You see this throw. He's got to throw it on the foul territory. He can't throw it into the runner, and a nice stretch there by Moreland.
Quickly 0-2.
I mean, you talk for a second, you come back, and the guy's punched out. No replays when he's pitching. You'll miss a punch out.
0-2. Foul tip to the mitt. Strikeout number 7. Sale off to a roaring start. They're having trouble keeping up out there. 1-2-3 again. Nesson is brought to you by Echo Outdoor Power Equipment. Happy to be joined by Alex Spear, of course, from 108 Stitches in the Boston Globe. Red Sox on top here, 1-0 in the third inning. Great to see you again. Got to get your take on that first inning with Sale and throwing behind Machado and all that went on there with the 3 strikeouts. Pretty extraordinary stuff.
That was a crazy way to start the game. I mean, there's so much emotion that's already packed into this whole environment by virtue of what's going on with Adam Jones, and rightly so. The fact that Sale had the awareness to recognize and step off the mound, but then to be able to channel it, number one, focus on throwing that ball exactly where he wanted to with Manny Machado, which was behind his knees, which is considered, I think, by umpires a well-executed form of retaliation. If that ball had hit him, they might have thrown him out of the game. There weren't any warnings before the game, but you can exercise discretion if you're an umpire if you think that a guy is throwing with bad intent. That would have been if it had been a ball up above maybe the letters, or if it had been a ball that hit Machado. There was a chance he could have been thrown out. Instead, gets him dancing.
That was a smart thing to do then. Don't drill him, but throw it behind him and let's get on with it. Meanwhile, the adrenaline's got to be flying, and he throws the next 3 pitches as good as you can throw. 97, 98. I mean, the stuff is unbelievable tonight, obviously, although we've been saying that with every one of his outings so far. But yeah, I mean, to see him striking out the side with all of that going on is incredible. Totally.
The 1-1 pitch to Xander Bogaerts. He is 0 for 1 tonight. You've made a point there that should not be lost in the narrative of this game. As the crowd was standing and giving the ovation to Adam Jones, Chris Sale stepped off the rubber. He was ready to work. We know how quick he is. Machado will sling that on to get him. What a great sign of respect, and what a classy gesture that was.
I think he's pretty extraordinary in terms of his ability to break things down and slow them down, and just he's able to handle things. The field never gets too fast for him. It's a kind of extraordinary thing. I actually talked to his Cape League teammate, Steve Selski, while he was still up with the Red Sox before he was optioned back down. Sale used to drive Selski every day to their Cape League team because Selski didn't have a car that summer. And he said that Chris Sale, when he was listening to music, figured out a setting on his truck that allowed him to play the music at a slower speed so that he would be able to understand all of the words, all of the lyrics that he was listening to. And then another time, in the middle of driving at 40 miles an hour, he shut off the car because he thought that he was hearing a clicking noise, threw it into neutral while they're still going, kind of diagnoses the issue, and then turns the car back on while they're driving. He's someone who's able to kind of control the pace of what's happening around him.
Because he's going so fast. How does he control fast? I mean, he's not. I mean, he's just the catcher. He does whatever the catcher wants, which is unique. You don't see that too often.
When you have 3+ pitches, though, every pitch can be a good
Everything's
pitch.
great.
Yeah.
So what do you want?
The 0-2. Check swing. That one looped toward the stands in a foul ground. Off the bat of Benintendi, 1 man gone. As we chat with Alex Spear. Now, we talk about lack of run support, and it's pretty historic. You can go back to some other great pitchers, and you wrote about Randy Johnson. His first year, with Arizona?
Yep.
Had a terrible time with run support.
There was an unbelievable stretch of games for Randy Johnson. 1999, he had just signed this big 4-year contract with the Diamondbacks. He went through a 4-start span from June into July where they got no hit, and then 1 hit shutout, and then a 2-hit shutout, and then a 3-hit shutout. That's 4 consecutive games that Randy Johnson threw.
Wow.
And during those,
wow,
he had a sub-2 ERA. It was barely over 1, and he struck out. He was striking out guys like Sale is striking out guys now. So it was the closest thing I've been able to find to it.
Benintendi goes down on strikes, 2 away here in the third inning. Mookie Betts up next. So you wonder too, a run on the board, that's like an embarrassment of riches for him early in a game, and not exactly a joke too.
No, it gives him, I suppose that it gives him something to pitch for. He might be able to get a win in his eyes, but he still hasn't had a single inning in which he's had a margin to breathe. There has never been a time that he's pitched in a Red Sox uniform in which he could give up a run without it being of game-changing consequence. That's incredible.
Well, he had something going on with 10 punch-outs or more, several starts in a row at one point. Was it last year?
A couple years ago with the White Sox,
right.
yeah. He got off on that great roll, and it was early in the season. I think he had 8 straight games, which maybe matched Pedro for the longest run like that.
Right, but he's not giving up many hits is what's happening here. And he doesn't walk anybody.
Mookie Betts jumping back out of the way on a changeup.
Anytime you're going to come into Mookie, that's why when they got him last night, it sort of shut everybody up, and it's like, why? How could they do this? It's only 2-0.
Fly it into right center field. Rickard off near the warning track, backpedals to make the play and retires the side. Alex, always great to see you.
Good to see you guys. Thanks so much.
Alex.
Great stuff as always. Red Sox wind up going 1-2-3. Still have a 1-0 lead over the Orioles.
The Red Sox have a 1-0 lead. I'm Garrett Austin. Hello, everyone. I was talking with pitching coach Carl Willis about Chris Sale, and he said his competitive spirit really shows itself. He has a unique delivery, a unique slot, and everyone talks about his power, but it's his ability to change speeds, especially in a hitter advantage count, that's been really impressive, and the way he commands those pitches. And guys, Willis said he's had a major impact on this entire team, how prepared he is, the way he goes about his business, but it's really been his quiet confidence that's had an effect on the entire pitching staff. Guys?
Garrett, I think that makes a lot of sense as he goes after the leadoff man Rickard, who he struck out in the first inning, 0-2. And have you noticed, for example, Eduardo Rodriguez with a little better tempo?
Oh, I do. Yep. And I think that's a good thing for him too. He's taking a little from Price, taking a little from Sale. Good combination to work with.
0-2.
I'll tell you, this guy's hard to think with. He comes out with that kind of gas. He'll start guys off back-to-back changeups. I mean, that messes with your brain as a hitter. You got to be kidding me.
He struck out 7 of the first 9. This one in play, a worm killer. Up with it, Hernandez. One man gone. Don't miss WB Mason, extra innings live right after the game. TC and Steve Lyons will break it down. You'll hear from Chris Sale and John Farrell, whatever, whenever, wherever. Who but WB Mason? So he has started his night by retiring 10 straight. Adam Jones for the second time. Most of Fenway giving him a standing ovation in the first inning, if you missed that. And then Sale struck him out. And that's strike one. So Jones now 4 for 14, 6 strikeouts against Sale, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
That ball's in the glove. The first 193, next 196. I mean, he throttles that thing. He's got extra gas tonight too. I mean, I think the adrenaline early on after that first inning, man, it got him going.
This is premium unleaded. And a high pop up should be caught. Moreland charging. Leon there. Moreland calls him off and makes the play. for the second out. Cold hard facts now brought to you by Clean Crisp Coors Light. Red Sox have committed 10 errors over the last 4 games after recording 13 in the first 21. They've tied last year's single game season high of 4 2 times in the last 3 games. That was yesterday and Saturday.
That's as ugly as it gets this early in the season. Almost an error a game. Brutal.
But the oddity in that is Machado gets in. He struck out looking in the first inning. And he will take strike 1.
And he took a pitch. Oh, not that pitch. I'm glad he didn't hit him, but he punched him out on a 98-mile-an-hour fastball that he took. There's another 98. He's got it geared up tonight. He's been averaging 96 miles an hour tonight, and on the season it's only been 93. Tells you something.
Trying to fan Machado for the second time. And he does. He puts him away with the off-speed slider. 1, 2, 3 they go for the 4th consecutive inning. Strikeout number 8. The 07 World Championship year, and in game number 26, Red Sox beat the A's 6-4. Josh Beckett improved to 6-0. Julio Lugo and Alex Cora each drove in 2 runs for the Red Sox.
Well, they scored some runs for Beckett that year. That's why he's 6-0 right there.
He had a terrific season. Hanley Ramirez will lead off the bottom of the 4th. Red Sox ahead 1-0 on an RBI single by Dustin Pedroia to score Mitch Moreland, who had doubled. That one pop foul back out of play. Hanley 0 for 1 on his 7-game hitting streak. He's hitting .360 with 3 homers. Now, last year he hit only 1 home run in the month of April. He would go on to hit 30.
And then the year before he hit 10 in April and didn't hit much after that. Remember, he was hurt.
Last year drove in 111 runs, a career high. 1-1.
Best player in the second half of the season. He might have been the best offensive player in the game.
Yeah, I think you might be right. And big hits too, including that walk-off home run against the Yankees here at Fenway. High fly ball. Look at this one rise up down the line. She is out of Fenway Park again. Goodness gracious.
You throw him a hanging breaking ball and he can lose it with the best of them.
Number 4 for Hanley. And he is crushing these home runs.
That's the only way to go, Bridge. Just way back. Look at this hanging hook. See ya. That's what you call lifting and separate. Look at that. I mean, the power in that is lifting that thing out of here.
Oh. Red Sox on top 2-0. So an 8-game hitting streak for Hanley. And here's Moreland, who doubled off the monster his first time up, his 13th double. He was brought in to score on the Pedroia single. For every Red Sox homer, Speedway donates $500 to Boston Children's Hospital. Stop by your local Speedway and quench your thirst with a refreshing fountain soda or Speedy Freeze, any size, for just 69 cents.
You know, you almost have to do a dance when you hit it that far, don't you? You can't just walk in and sit down. I mean, he's got to do something.
Got to be a little proud of it.
Oh, he's. Yeah, talk about it, wink to us. He loves to go to the camera.
He's
give us a muscle or something. He's always doing something.
These are tape measure shots he's hitting. Moreland has hit a pair so far on the season. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Dustin Pedroia on deck, still batting out of that 6th slot. And Asher with a 1-2 pitch. 2-2. Yeah. That's right.
He's a bad man.
Christian Vasquez getting a rest tonight. Sandy Leon, who is catching both Porcello and Chris Sale. And Christian Vasquez getting the rest of the staff. Here's the 2-2. Into that shift. Scope from right field. 1 man out. Great seats are still available for Dead & Company at Fenway on June 17 and 18. All part of the Plainridge Park Casino Fenway Concert Series. Visit redsox.com/Dead & Company to purchase your tickets today. Dustin Pedroia 1 for 1. So he is now 1 hit shy of Harry Hooper's 1,707 career hits. And if he gets a hit here, he'll tie Harry the Hat Hooper for 8th on the all-time Red Sox list. Usually does hit the Orioles. 320 lifetime. Well, Dustin hits a lot of teams. Base is empty. A run in and another mammoth home run by Hanley Ramirez. Hard hit to third, but Machado with the stab. 2 down. And that'll send up Jackie Bradley. You know, we were talking about this earlier, the fact that Asher was a teenager, just 14 years old when he had Tommy John surgery. I'm not saying this is what happened with him. He may well have been hurt. There was a big article in the New York Times several years ago about some parents who had sons who were pitchers or proteges, potential stars, who had those kids undergo Tommy John surgery on perfectly healthy elbows.
I mean, that's ridiculous.
Because the theory is that athletes come back throwing harder after they have the surgery. And I've been told by several doctors that's baloney.
Right. I can't believe a doctor did that when they didn't need it. I mean, that sounds crazy.
It's unethical.
Yes.
On the parents' behalf and the doctor, if they're willing to do it. But I mean, it was becoming ridiculous in some cases.
It's like having enhancement surgery or something. I mean, you don't even need it.
0-2 down low to Jackie Bradley. And I remember just being dumbfounded by these stories. And it's not even true, because remember, when pitchers injure the elbow and they're on the radar gun, they're not throwing as hard once they've injured themselves.
Right. Not everybody comes back throwing gas.
Jones backing up to make the catch. And that'll do it. But Hanley Ramirez continues to mash. Another long distance home run. 2-0 Red Sox. Scored affect the pitcher's ERA? I think I know what your response is. Text 1 for yes, 2 for no. Text your answer to 536-536. Message and data rates may apply. 1 message per vote.
You're probably right. You know, because if I make an error, I want it to be an unearned run, right?
Right.
Because error, whether I made it or not.
Right. You're a fielder in that case. I know what you're saying.
Right. I'm a fielder. So
even though a lot of people may not consider you a fielder in that case, especially if you make an error.
But I could see them thinking, you know, if you make an error, then it's your fault, pal. So it's an earned run.
Yep. All right. Interested to see what the results are of that poll question tonight. As Sale is back at it, on to the 5th inning. He has a 2-0 lead. Trumbo, Davis, Scope. Trumbo struck out, Davis struck out, and Scope flied out their first turn. It was interesting watching Trumbo's reaction when he was rung up by DJ Rayburn in the 2nd inning, because it looked like a great pitch, a slicer, pretty well hit. Betts on the run, running hard, and leaps up. He caught it. Mookie Betts taken up like a shot and hauls it in, and he steals an extra base hit.
That ball kept slicing and slicing and slicing, and then he jumped. Little off balance, but makes the play. I mean, this ball's hit quite a ways. I didn't think it was going to go that far. He had a long ways to go. Kind of a half jump, threw his glove up. Nice play. A little off balance.
1 man out. Here's Davis. Chris Davis 0 for 1 with a strikeout, making him 1 for 11 against Sale lifetime. Sale not waiting around, and that one fouled off. CVS Health Charity Classic has added a 2-day family-friendly food festival, introducing Crave, Rhode Island, June 15th and 16th at the Dunkin' Donuts Center in Providence. Go to CVSHealthCharityClassic.com. Got jammed big time there, and it's 2-2.
95, 96.
On deck, Scope. He's actually one of the few guys to make contact tonight. Davis is 0 for his last 13. Just off the corner. He did not get the call, and the count goes to 3-2.
Oh, I got to have that. You got to give that to him right there. A little crossfire outside corner. Boom. Presentation wasn't all that great. He kind of yanked it down a little bit.
3-2, and he's walked a man. That's a rarity. Just his 7th of the season, and that's the first base runner tonight for the Baltimore Orioles. A walk with 1 down in the 5th.
Had him struck out on that fastball and then loses him on a breaking ball in the dirt, but back to business.
Schoop certainly a home run threat. He's hit 5 of them, 0 for 1 tonight with a fly to center. One of the few good swings they've had against Chris Sale. Ground ball. Here's Bogarts ranging for it, leaping into second for the force play. That's the out they get as Davis is erased, and Schoop becomes the runner at first base. And out number 2.
You see him, Bogarts, kind of nonchalant this ball. He thinks like he's got all the time in the world. A little jump spin in the air, and has more than enough time with the stretch by Pedroia, but you see the ball taking quite a while to get to him. Take that force out in a heartbeat.
Well, that was very much the same kind of play where Pedroia got spiked by Machado in Baltimore. Same kind of stretch. Here's Mancini. Strike 1. He was strikeout victim number 6 in the 3rd inning. I was talking to Pedroia the other day. So he's not wearing anything on that knee. Feeling progressively better. Got quickly 0-2 on Mancini.
Oh, change up down and away. Beautiful thing. He could do a lot of things here. He can blow him away up top. Fastball. Sweeping breaking ball. Take your choice.
Tonight it's been take your seat. Line shot. Jackie Bradley will not be able to get that. That's all the way to the wall. Here comes Schoop rounding third. The relay throw. Bogarts coming home. Play at the plate. The tag safe. So the run is in, but John Farrell is up. Let's see if he chooses to review this.
It's a great slide by Schoop. He gets his hand right on the edge of that plate.
He's safe.
Nice play by Leon, but he is safe. Look him sliding way away from him. He couldn't get to him. It's a perfect slide.
So the Orioles on the board. That makes it 2-1. And Mancini down to second on the throw home.
Mancini burned him on an 0-2 pitch. Too much of the plate. He smoked it in the gap.
So that'll send up J.J. Hardy, and a tying run in scoring position now suddenly for the Orioles. 2 down, but a run in. Certainly their best swing of the night, and that'll miss for ball 1.
You can't second guess it. I mean, he throws strikes. Trying to overpower him on an 0-2 pitch after a slider and a changeup. He throws him right down the middle fastball.
And a 1-0. 2-0. Hardy scuffling along right now at 183.
Once again, first time in the stretch. That has something to do with it too.
Yep. It so often changes things. That's their first hit of the ball game. A strike.
If he had punched out Davis, he might not have been in this predicament.
Davis took ball 4 after a pitch that could have been a called strike, borderline. Called a ball by Rayburn. Now to 2-1. He's gone to 3-1 now. Caleb Joseph, the number 9 man on deck. 2-1 Red Sox in the 5th. Mancini at second. Right at Bogarts, down on a knee, and gets it to retire the side. But the Orioles break through their first hit, first run. It's 2-1. Birthday at Fenway. All kids 14 and under receive a free Wally toothbrush holder. For tickets and more information, visit redsox.com/promos. Sox coming up. We're at the midway point. Mancini busting through with a solid double to drive in the first run for the Orioles, their first hit against Chris Sale. Sox will bring up Sandy Leon, Marco Hernandez, and Xander Bogaerts against Alec Asher. Sandy 0 for 1 with a fly out to left. And the 1-0. Fans, be sure to stop by Plainridge Park Casino. Plainridge Park Casino, 45 minutes from Boston. And the 6'4" righty gets a swing and a miss by Leon. Sandy with the 1 home run on the year.
Sandy a little anxious right there, looking for a strike, doesn't get one, swings anyway.
Overshift around to the right on him. He torches that one toward the pesky pole, but he pushes it foul. 2-2. In 2007, the Red Sox swept the World Championship. 25,000 Jordan's customers won free furniture and mattresses. It could happen again. If the Sox sweep, you could win. Monster deal plus 60 going on now. Cut on and missed, and he's retired on the curveball. And one away in the Red Sox 5th. Asher now will take on Marco Hernandez. We mentioned that Alec Asher is out of Lakeland, Florida. That's the spring training home of the Detroit Tigers, and his dad Bob is the public address announcer during spring training for the Tigers. Marco 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Hernandez has hit safely in 8 of his last 9 games. And a 1-0. Slicer foul.
Red Sox got 3 hits to this point. Guy's not exactly dazzling out there, mixing it up a little bit, little breaking ball, not throwing very hard, a little sinker. Moving it around.
Nobody aboard, 1 out. Makes contact there, but right to Davis. 2 fast outs. Get expert emergency care without leaving the ballpark at the Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center First Aid Station. That's behind Section 12 in the lower concourse. Visit bidmc.org. Xander has taken to the leadoff spot. He's 0 for 2 tonight, but in the 8 games prior to tonight leading off, he was hitting .323, an on-base percentage of .400.
You kind of wonder when he's going to pop one right here. I know leading off you don't try to do that, but he can hit him as far as anybody when he gets like effortlessly.
He's yet to homer. Prior to this season, he had never batted leadoff for the Red Sox. Asher's 1-1. Foul back, 1-2.
In fact, he hit third a lot last year, didn't he? Up until the All-Star break.
And had a terrific first half.
He really did.
Did wind up hitting 21 home runs. One-two. Would not chase the breaking ball. Benintendi would be next. Here in the last half of the 5th, Sox up 2-1. Little squibber. Here comes Machado. Bare hands and sticks in his back pocket. That'll be a base hit. Xander Bogaerts with an infield single.
That was such a good pitch by Asher. Little sinker down and in. Just tops that ball. As soon as he hit it, I knew it was a base hit. So did Manny. No chance with his speed.
So the Sox with their 4th hit, 6-game hitting streak for Xander Bogaerts. He'll take it. Benintendi has grounded out and struck out tonight.
Bogaerts has got no lead over there. He's got a couple of bags on the season. He's a guy you think could steal 20 bags with the speed he has.
And not a big lead he's holding. That's hit hard, but a fair ball. It went over the bag. That's tipped by Davis. He made contact. That's why it's fair. Bogaerts down to 3rd, and a base hit for Benintendi. Davis touched it in fair territory.
Right, because that ball was foul. That ball landed foul down the line. I was surprised he called it fair. Watch this. He hooks this ball down the line. If it nicks his glove in fair territory, I guess it's fair. See if it nicks it or not. It's hard to tell right there, but that ball ended up foul.
The first base umpire Holbrook making that call, and Buck is being explained to, I guess, given a reason here by Greg Gibson. And Gibson's going to come over and help out here.
Well, that's some eyeballs right there to see that nick.
Or hurt it.
Or hurt it, yes.
A lot of umpires on the bang plays at first base, throws to the first baseman's mitt, they are taught to go by sound.
Because we can't see it here. You can't tell, can you?
I didn't see it.
Yeah, you can't see it.
Give me another angle.
Still can't tell. But he did. He must have heard it. He had to have heard it.
He didn't hesitate. So 1st and 3rd.
Rickard threw that ball into second base. I thought Bogaerts was going to just keep on coming around 3rd.
And we'll send a Mookie Betts, who has flied out twice, 0 for 2. He's at a chilly homestand. 4 for 23. Not been alone in that regard. Of course, had an incredible season against the Orioles last year. 408. All those home runs. He takes ball 1.
Boy, he should have this guy all lined up his 3rd time, his 3rd at bat. He's seen his little breaking ball. Mediocre gas.
Right at the bottom of the zone, he got that call.
That's a ball. Little gift there. 1-1.
2 down, 2 on. Red Sox up by a run, trying to add to that against Asher. 2 balls, 1 strike. Hanley Ramirez, who has hit one again out of Fenway Park tonight, on deck.
Mookie's got to make something happen here.
Now he's due. And the 2-1. Fly ball dead away. Jones racing back all the way to the wall. Leaps up. He made the play. Side retired as Jones goes up against the center field wall. 2-1 Red Sox. Park Casino. TC and Steve Lyons will dive deep into the key moment of tonight's game and preview Drew Pomeranz's start tomorrow against the Orioles. Drew very good in his last one. It was like 2-1, that knuckle curve over the fastball. Threw a lot of really quality knuckle curves.
Yes, he did. He threw a ton of them. Like 2/3 of his pitches were curveballs.
Yep. Red Sox in the lead here, 2-1 to the 6th inning. Rick Porcello again dogged by poor run support. That one is foul tipped in the mitt to make it 2-1.
Total opposite of last year with Porcello. They averaged 7 runs a game for him last year. They've gotten him nothing last 4 games.
Yeah.
Like brutal.
He's now 1-4. The 2-1. Bounding ball softly hit. Hernandez in on it. Now number 1 here in the 6th inning. MLB.TV Premium is back and better than ever. Watch every out-of-market regular season game live. Plus get a free subscription to At Bat Premium. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.TV for details. 7 strikeouts, no walks.
It's pretty much what he did a lot last year. Good for a lot of wins.
Had an excellent curveball himself. Here's Rickard. He has struck out and grounded out. 0 for 2. Baltimore with 1 hit, but that drove in a run last inning to cut Sale's lead in half. I've seen Chris go through this same kind of pattern in almost all of his starts, piling up strikeouts early, and then kind of in the middle innings, pitching more to contact, ground ball outs and some fly ball outs, and then late in the game again attacking so much that he gets a lot of strikeouts late.
You think about it, you just can't just go at it like that. You can't. There's got to be a lull at some point where you're trying to make, put the ball in play. It sounds silly. I mean, everybody wants to strike everybody out, but 1 pitch outs are a beautiful thing.
And as scoops that one from the grass, that's a nice smooth play for out number 2. He's making a nice recovery from last night when he committed a couple of errors.
Charging that ball on the run, makes the throw. Nicely done.
2 away for Adam Jones, who has struck out and popped up tonight. The last couple of nights, he's really made some terrific catches.
You got to be careful. First pitch right here with him.
He likes that first pitch, fouls it away, strike 1. Jones has posted 6 consecutive seasons of 25 or more home runs. Power has been consistent. Now he's behind 0-2.
He's just a consistent player, and then defensively he doesn't get as much credit now because of the, Kiermaier and even Bradley Jr. There's a lot of great defensive center fielders, but he is one too. He made a nice play last inning to end it.
Guy up in Toronto is pretty good too. That one fouled away.
Right. There's a lot of them. But he's got a gold glove, doesn't he, in his belt? I think at least 1.
Kiermaier has. Jones has won.
Right.
More than 1.
More than 1.
You're talking about Pilar in Toronto, and Jackie Bradley seemingly would be next in line with his center field play. Certainly a very serious candidate every year. Here comes the 0-2. Machado on deck. 2-1 Sox here in the 6th inning. He strikes him out. It'll be the 9th of the ball game. Instead, a drive toward the alley, but Bradley will fill that gap to retire the side, and Sale gets him 1-2-3 again. Pitching to contact here in the middle innings.
once again, Manny leaves the yard. Manny Hanley leaves the yard. I don't know how many feet that makes in the last 3 home runs. Probably 1,200 feet. A little wiggle.
Old Dominion helping the world keep promises. His 4th home run and his 4th during this 8-game hitting streak. He has driven in at least 1 run each of the last 5 games. So the RBIs are coming. Red Sox up 2-1 in the 6th. Quickly behind 0-2. He'll be followed by Moreland and then Pedroia. Asher up to 86 pitches. Line the other way. That went quickly into the stands. Attention Red Sox Nation, is a reason why the Red Sox and the rest of America run on Dunkin'. Dunkin's iced coffee is consistently smooth and delicious, and the #1 coffee in New England. The Boston Red Sox run on Dunkin'. High deep drive again, down the line. He crushes another one, totally out of the ballpark. Boy, he's on some run, and the Red Sox lead it 3-1. Hanley with his 2nd of the ball game. Another no-doubter.
Another hanging breaking ball. You cannot throw him a hanging breaking ball. He will lose it. It's the 4th home run that he's lost. I mean, way back. Look at this breaking ball. Doesn't get out there. Just spinning inside. He cleans this thing out. And once again, he gets to trot around the bases. Doesn't even flip the bat. Over everything once again. 4 times he's gone over everything.
Lansdowne, look out.
Here he goes again.
And here's Mitch Moreland, who has doubled and grounded out. Hanley Ramirez, 3 home run games last season, his 1st of this year. Who is consistently hitting the ball harder right now in baseball?
I was going to say, you know, Hanley, when he's got it going on, he's driving the ball. Now he's yanking it. And he's getting some cookie breaking balls to lose, too.
It's the 22nd time in his career he's had a multi-home run game.
He hit 3 last year, right, against San Francisco.
Yeah, he did. 2-0, lifted high into left field, but right at Mancini practically. On away time now for a game break, brought to you by Jordan's, the furniture store of the Boston Red Sox. Here's TC. Tom, thank you very much. Dustin Pedroia to climb in. Red Sox up 3-1. Tail of the tape on the last Hanley Ramirez home run, 442 feet.
Added up.
389 on the first one.
We've got 1,700 feet on 4 bombs.
Pedroia 1 for 2 with an RBI single to get the Red Sox started in the 2nd inning. He's also grounded out to 3rd. And the 1-1 pitch from Asher. They have an active bullpen, by the way. It's Donnie Hart throwing. Red Sox have almost scored as many runs tonight through 6 innings as they had when Sale was on the mound in all of his previous starts combined. Total 4. That's while he was in the game.
This kid's done a decent job. If they consider going 6 innings, if he can get out of this inning, 6 innings, holding the Red Sox to 3 runs, keep his team in the game. He's not done with this inning yet, though.
Game 3 of the series coming up tomorrow evening. Drew Pomeranz against Kevin Gausman. The Red Sox really knocked around early in the game in Baltimore.
Well, they got 4 in the first off him, right?
Yep.
Manny got him. It was Manny's first home run. He hit a bullet then.
Little pop into center field. Jones coming on, dips down to make a nice graceful play, and there are 2 down.
And he goes back to the wall, catches one last inning, and comes all the way in on that. It's a lot of.
So 2 down. The Boston Bulldogs Running Club hosting their 2nd annual Run for Recovery 5K at Franklin Park Sunday. Tribute to those who are battling or have lost their lives to addiction. Still time to register. Visit BostonBulldogsRunning.com for more information. Jackie Bradley has walked and flied out. Red Sox leading it 3-1. It's been the Hanley Ramirez show with 2 blasts. And the Chris Sale show with 8 strikeouts. And Asher with a 1-1.
Ball upstairs. He swings underneath it.
Asher at 100 pitches. Sox have made him pitch. And a cut and a miss for strike 3. That'll do it. Hanley strikes again. 442 feet. Gone for the 2nd time tonight. Question. Should an error by the pitcher leading to runs scored affect the pitcher's ERA? Eck waved this one off before we even produced it. 53% of you say yes.
That's not that dramatic, right? I mean,
pretty close.
Yeah.
Kind of like those. Not going to change the world ourselves here, but I like the way folks are thinking. Here's Manny Machado to lead things off in the 7th inning against Chris Sale. And there's a drive high and deep left center field, carrying way back, and that one is way out of here.
Ooh.
And Machado strikes again. That's his 6th. That makes it a 1-run game. And taking his time, making his way around the bases after a monster blast.
Well, he can take his time with that bomb he just hit. First pitch fastball, and he just loses it. 93 miles an hour up, and he lifts, and that ball's crushed. He could hit him a long way, just like Hanley.
So now 3-2. Trumbo has to dance out of the way. He has struck out. Also flied to right with Mookie Betts making a terrific running and leaping catch.
You know, first pitch, they're ready to swing. And then he has to dance out of the way of a slider down and in.
And right back with a changeup. 1-1.
You got to be careful with this guy, too.
He had 47 home runs last year to lead the majors. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Sale began the night by striking out the first 3 Orioles in the first inning and the next 2 in the second inning. 2 more in the third inning, 1 man in the fourth. Since then, he has not struck anybody out. Until now. And Trumbo will take a seat. Here's number 9.
All off-speed stuff, and then freezes him with a fastball down and in. This ball's got plate 96. Still got some hump on it. Beautiful thing.
A shift on for Chris Davis, who was struck out and taken ball 4. 1 away. In play, Pedroia to charge it, gets to the dirt, throws and gets him. Got an excellent jump on that one, and they're 2 down.
Boy, that always helps. 1 pitch, 1 out. Pitch count at 82. Keep the ball down. He's trying to lift. Once again, playing him to pull. Got all the time in the world. Throw him out.
And tonight, after Red Sox coverage on NESN Sports Today, highlights and reaction from TD Garden. The Celtics facing the Wizards in Game 2. NESN Sports Today presented by People's United Bank. See what know-how could do. That'll bring up Scope. Reached on a fielder's choice last time. It was doubled in by Mancini. One of 2 hits off Chris Sale for the Orioles. Red Sox 3, Orioles 2 here in the 7th. (3-0). He's walked 1 man. Sales pitching line brought to you by Ace Tickets. 6 2/3, a walk, 9 Ks.
Gotta be careful here. 3-0.
And on 4 straight, he will put on Scope, and Mancini will be next. And that will bring out Carl Willis. Carl does not make a lot of appearances in Chris Sale starts. Coming out here.
It's a good time to come out after 4 straight balls. Get him back locked in again, because he missed badly on all 4 of those pitches.
Sox fans, a rare opportunity. You can submit a video showing personality that'll be edited into a commercial showing players' personalities. Top video airs as a Red Sox commercial on NESN. The winning fan will get $1,000 plus a visit to our broadcast booth. Go to NESN.com and upload your video today. That's true of just about everybody in their lineup. Their home run ability is very good, including this youngster Mancini. Already he's hit 5 on the year. Strike 1.
I'd stay out there. He did that last time. He threw him 2 pitches away for a strike. Then he threw him a fastball in, and he just turned on it, hit a bullet all the way to the wall, scored their first run.
From the stretch. Now Chris Sale strikes out Mancini here. It'll be 5 straight games of 10 strikeouts or more. 10 against the Tigers, 12 against the Rays, 13 Blue Jays, 10 Yankees in his last start. 2-1.
He's thinking the same thing. Just keep that ball down and away. Last 7 pitches he's thrown, he hasn't really thrown all that well.
Red Sox involved in another close game. That's nothing new. The 2-1 off the outside. 3 balls, 1 strike on Mancini.
He's going to throw him a fastball. He better keep it down and away.
Mancini ripped a double in the 5th. Oh, he slices that foul. 3-2.
That had some hair on it, though.
97.
Yeah, you can go get in there if you got that kind of gas. Well, he reaches back to get that thing. The pitch of the night right here.
Here comes the crowd. Scope at first. 2 down. 3-2 pitch. Line shot foul.
Oof. He left that changeup upstairs. So geared up for that 97. Gets a 90-mile-an-hour changeup and rips it foul.
Scope will get that head start at first. Bat goes flying. He swings and misses. Strike 3. Down he goes. Number 10 for Chris Sale.
What a way to get number 10.
Everyone was watching the bat and failed to realize Mancini had punched out. Nasty.
Nasty.
Red Sox up a run. Up tomorrow at 6. Don't miss Red Sox first pitch, presented by Joseph Abboud, available at Men's Warehouse. TC and Steve Lyons preview Drew Pomeranz start tomorrow against the Orioles. So he had nothing left but the handle.
You don't see that very often, huh?
Snapped off and up onto the screen. Someone will have to grab that later. Bottom of the 7th. Red Sox leading 3-2. Donnie Hart comes out of the bullpen to replace Asher. Went the first 6. And a ground ball. Will it squeak through? And will for a base hit for Santaleon. He nudges into the right field. And let's get down to Guerin.
Thanks, Obi. Well, Stephen Wright's been placed on the 10-day DL with a left knee sprain. John Farrell said it's been something that's been bothering him to a certain degree, but there was a spike in discomfort after his workday on Sunday. Wright had an MRI, then went to meet with a knee specialist in New York for a second opinion. Farrell said it's too early to determine whether or not he'll need surgery, and they still haven't decided what the treatment plan moving forward will be. And guys, Farrell said they're hoping to announce who will start on Thursday after tonight's game.
Thanks, Guy. Of course, Brandon Workman has replaced him on the roster. The right-hander. Here comes Marco Hernandez. He has struck out and grounded out. Been a tough run for Steven going back to last year. The shoulder at the end of the season, and now the knee. A bunt attempt. He drops it down. Hart will gather and gun. He gets him on the first, not in time. Leon out at second base, and Hernandez now at first base with one away.
Marco just bunted this ball too hard and right back at the pitcher. Easy force out at second base. They can't double him up, but just not a good bunt. Not good placement.
They'll send him Xander Bogaerts, who beat out an infield hit in the fifth inning. He's 1 for 3. Red Sox ahead 3-2, seventh inning. Nobody warming in the Red Sox bullpen, so Chris Sale will go out there and continue, coming off his 10th strikeout to end the top of the seventh inning. And strike one. Since the start of 2015, nobody in the majors has more hits at home than Xander as Givens gets going in their pen. Now 231 hits at home since the start of the 2015 season. High chopper, and there's another one. That'll make it into right field. Big turn. There goes Hernandez. He's going to reach third base standing up.
Well, you talk about two ugly hits, but they'll take him. Bogart, he will take that chopper over the first baseman's head. First baseman's holding on Leon. That's why he's playing up, or that ball doesn't get over his head. How high that ball is, and he chops it over his head easily into right field. Leon goes to third, first and third with one out.
So Bogaerts 2 for 4. Hernandez taking third. And Benintendi the batter, 1 for 3 with a single. And a big run at third base for the Red Sox, trying to get a little more separation for Sale. Like the Red Sox have a play on here. Benintendi the batter, hitting .386 since the 11th of April. One man out, 2 men on. Oh, the helmet. He had to duck out of the way.
Man, that ball was all over his head. It's amazing he got out of the way of this. He just ducked. Whoa, that doesn't get any closer than that.
I'm always amazed at the major leaguers' ability to get out of the way of pitches like that and not get hit. Dribbler hard off the hill. He'll throw home. Going to apply a tag, and Hernandez is out. Throw back down to second, and Bogaerts back in. So they do cut down Hernandez.
And they did go on contact. The ball wasn't hitting very hard, right back to the pitcher. And that's the only play that he had. Is a beautiful thing for the Orioles, because they cut down that run. You see a ball, a little chopper right there, right back to the pitcher. He's got enough time. Just give it to the catcher, and plenty of time to get Hernandez at the plate.
So Givens coming in. That's all for Hart. Benintendi becoming the runner at first base. They'll bring on the righty, and we'll have more from Fenway in just a moment. ECU. Hanley Ramirez sitting down with Red Sox historian Gordon Eads for an exclusive interview. They have a lot to talk about all of a sudden. DCU, Digital Federal Credit Union. What can DCU save you? Hanley with 2 more home runs tonight. And hoping to follow Mookie Betts in this inning. Red Sox have runners at first and second, but 2 down. Ahead 3-2. And Buck Showalter brings on Michael Givens, who led their relief corps in strikeouts last year.
Boy, he is tough on right-handed hitters. That sweeping breaking ball, gets it up to 95. Funky angle.
Mookie Betts steps in and he'll take ball 1. He has flied out 3 times tonight. Last time was more of a shot to center field, and Jones went all the way to center field fence for it. In for a called strike.
Kind of hard to pick up for right-handed hitter.
The 1-1. Big swing, 1-2.
Ball right by him.
The Orioles have activated their outstanding closer, Zach Britton. He's off the DL as of tonight, so he is available. First and second, a 1-2. Another one to center field. Again backing up Jones all the way back. Can't get this one to the base of the fence. 1 run in. Here comes Benintendi. Throw home. He scores standing up. And the Red Sox lead it 5-2. Betts finally one that Jones could not catch.
Good for Mookie. Last time up, he smoked that ball to center field, and he caught up with it. Adam Jones, he cannot catch up with this one. He stings this ball. High fastball. He gets on top of this thing and puts a charge in it over his head easily. 2-run score on this. This ball is almost identical, just a little harder. 1 hop, bottom of the base of the wall. 2-run score, and he's psyched.
RBIs 12 and 13 for Mookie Betts on a shot to center. On the topic of shots, one fouled away by Hanley, but a home run in the 4th, another home run in the 6th. 8-game hitting streak. He's hit 5 home runs during the hit streak, and they have been torched. Red Sox with a 5-2 lead. Popped up. Here's Davis crossing into foul ground to retire the side. But the Red Sox, with 2 down, pick up 2 huge runs as we move to the 8th inning at Fenway. Red Sox 5 and the Orioles 2. By Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. To the 8th on a very comfortable night here at Fenway Park. 5 runs on 9 hits for the Red Sox, including 2 Hanley Ramirez home runs. Moments ago, a 2-run double by Mookie Betts, and for Baltimore, 2 runs, just 2 hits. Chris Sale now with 10 strikeouts. He has 10 Ks or more in 5 consecutive starts.
Well, that's what we were expecting. We're all saying, how many is he going to get? 10, 11, 12. Everybody puts their 2 cents in. Well, he got his 10.
Here's J.J. Hardy to lead off the 8th inning, taking strike 1, and it's Joseph and Rickard for the Orioles.
Boy, that breathing room is a beautiful thing. Mookie, that's a big hit.
The Red Sox have now scored more runs tonight while Sale has been on the mound than all of his other starts combined. And again, that's while he's been on the hill. The 1-1. Loop foul out of play. They're going to get Britton warming up in their bullpen, just coming off the disabled list.
Yeah, he needs to get some work before they have to give him the save.
Here's the 1-2 to Hardy. 2 balls, 2 strikes on a number 8 hitter.
A lot easier pitching a game deep into a game when you know you can give up a bomb. That 1-run lead doesn't cut it.
Line shot. Pedroia can't get it off his glove. He slowed it down, and it dribbles to Jackie Bradley. So Hardy's on with a base hit. Pedroia just missed, making a sensational play.
That would have been a nice play. That ball was scalded by him, by Hardy. He stung it. 96-mile-an-hour fastball. He's on it. That fastball down, out, not down, that ball's up, but right down the middle. He stays on it, and he just sort of nicks his glove. It's not tall enough.
That is going to get the Red Sox bullpen going with Caleb Joseph up there. He has struck out, grounded out, 0 for 2. Despite the fact it's only 3 hits off Chris tonight. 10 strikeouts. He's walked 2. (2-0). Last inning, a home run and a walk, but he also struck out 2 men. And the 2-0 pitch to Joseph. High fly ball down the line, but he pulled it to the corner, and a foul ball. Double barrel activity in the Red Sox bullpen. Barnes and Kimbrel.
You kind of lose that edge. You know, he's had that edge all night. 0-0, 1-0, 2-1, 3-2, and all of a sudden, boom, it's late in this game, and this is a guy that's so intense. I think he never loses it, but it's easy to do.
That'll miss. 3-1. Manny Machado is 3 batters away. He's hit 1 totally out of Fenway tonight. Andy Ramirez has hit 2 totally out of Fenway. 3-1. Hard hit down the line, but a foul ball.
Boy, he got away with 2 of them right there. That ball right there, just foul, and the home run. Maybe not a home run, but kind of scary down the line earlier.
103 pitches for the 6'6" left-hander.
Threw Mancini a 3-2 breaking ball that he threw his bat into the screen.
Yeah, broke it off with the handle.
Maybe he'll do that again.
Cut on and missed. He struck him out for his 11th in the book tonight. Time now for our tools of the trade, presented by DeWalt FlexVolt.
And the strikeouts we're seeing from him in all different ways. Fastball, swing and a miss there. Slider down the middle. Machado swings through that. Gas, Paint looking at Trumbo. Look at that breaking ball that Massini just throws back, and then you see right there, change up high and away.
Strike one on Rickard, who is fanned. He's also grounded out twice to the third baseman. DeWalt FlexVolt is the official power tool of the Boston Red Sox.
Where he threw Joseph a high changeup. Wasn't a strike, but he swung through it.
The 0-1. High pop up to center. Plenty of time for Jackie Bradley to get underneath, and there are 2 down. Already back to first base. Adam Jones will be next. Red Sox with 2 men throwing right now in the bullpen, but Jones has gone quietly tonight. He has struck out, popped up, and flied out.
If Jones gets on, you can't let Sale face Machado. That's what I think. It may never happen, but that being said, right now, I'm getting a 4-out save by my man Kimbrel if that's the case.
So you wouldn't go Barnes there. Big swing and a foul tip for a strike.
I don't think so. May never happen, but hopefully it doesn't happen.
107 pitches for Sale. $11 Ks. And the 0-1 to Jones. Got a piece. 0-2.
Oh, he's going to get him here. A lot of ways to get Jones.
Crowd rising up again.
Why not?
Well, they were on their feet for Adam Jones in the first inning in an amazing gesture. Now they're on their feet for Sale.
There's that slider.
The 0-2 pitch. Foul away.
It's not that back foot slider. That slider is just out over the middle. It's not that disappearing one that he threw Mancini.
Oh, and 2. Pop foul. That'll drift out of play. They'll do it again.
Boy, he beat him on that fastball. He's late.
He's had a great changeup tonight. He's had a terrific slider. Overpowering fastball. They only have 3 hits.
Trying to finish him off with a punch out.
Two-strike pitch to Adam Jones. He hangs in there. And Leon out very smartly to give him a little bit of a break here. A season high in pitches. He has just tied 111. Did that against Tampa Bay in the 1 game he's won so far this year.
You know, he's 0-2. He doesn't have to go and get him right here. Can't throw a ball, you know.
Crowd wants to strike out right here. Fouled back again. Very pesky at bat by Jones.
He's just trying to flick it. He's just trying to stay alive.
Nick, what does he throw him here?
He's so late on the fastball. It's like he's geared for something off speed.
Last one, 97.
Breaking ball in the dirt.
1-2.
He ain't chasing.
Got to believe this will be his last hitter. Trying to go out with a signature strikeout. But the Red Sox ahead 5-2 in the 8th. Runner at first. Two and 2. Machado waiting on deck.
He's just leaving it all here.
Now it's Kimbrel by himself in the bullpen. Popped him up, short right, bets in, puts it away. Sale outstanding again with 11 strikeouts through 8 innings for him. 5-2 Red Sox. For the Red Sox, Chris Sale, 8 innings, 11 Ks, just 3 hits. Once again, just a brilliant outing. Hanley Ramirez crushing 2 more home runs. He has 5. And Mookie Betts with one of the key hits in the game, a 2-run double, a searing line drive over the head of Jones. Hanley is really enjoying life these days. Along with Christian Vasquez.
If I went bridge every night, I'd be dancing around too. Of course.
Bridge a couple times.
Yes.
So the Sox on top 5-2. It's a night off for Christian.
Yeah.
And Zach Britton comes out of the bullpen. He's been on the disabled list, but when healthy, he is as good as it gets. He's converted 54 consecutive save opportunities. That's 5-4.
Man, he is the man last year. Hardest sinker in the game.
Mitch Moreland lines a base hit into left field. Mancini giving chase to the warning track. Big turn. He'll be content with a single. And there are a lot of good signs here tonight. Moreland coming alive with his second hit. Stay on top of the latest Red Sox news with NESN's free Red Sox text alerts. From breaking news to in-game alerts, NESN will make sure you're in the know. To sign up, just text Red Sox to 536-536. Message and data rates may apply.
Boy, one of the toughest left-handers in the world to get a hit off of. Moreland makes it look easy.
Sends up Dustin Pedroia, who's 1 for 3 with an RBI hit tonight. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Sox up 5-2. Looking to even this series. Jackie Bradley would be next. 1-1. Britton went on the disabled list on the 16th of April with a forearm strain. Named the Mariano Rivera American League Reliever of the Year last year, although very famously was left in the bullpen by manager Buck Showalter.
Shockingly.
In a wild card playoff game.
He'll never live that down. Buck will never live that down.
He's about as good a manager of a bullpen, I think, as you're going to find.
Oh, absolutely.
In all candor. That's why it was so stunning.
You lose the game with Jimenez on the mound.
3-1 on Pedroia. Moreland on at first. And Britton with a 3-1. And he walked up. He looks a little rusty. First and second for JBJ.
Got squeezed a couple of times by the umpire there, but still a little rusty.
Jackie in the game has walked, flied out, struck out, 0 for 2. So he's trying to snap an 0 for 12. Some of the Red Sox who had been chilly with the bat, including Mookie Betts, Mitch Moreland, get some hits tonight. And in Mookie's case, a very big hit, fouled back for strike 1.
Got a pitch he can handle right there.
Moreland at second, Pedroia at first. Sandy Leon on deck. He also had a hit his last time up. 1 ball, 1 strike.
It's hard to get a ball in the air off of Britton, to be honest with you. He doesn't give up many fly balls at all. It's incredible.
Not many hits. He has been as automatic as a closer can be. And 1 foul back. You know that feeling.
Yeah, but 54 in a row. Whew.
For you, how many?
I don't remember. 40 something. I don't know.
It was a lot. Britton has been spectacular for them.
You want to get that save, that blown save out of the way before you get in the playoffs. I'll tell you what.
One ball and 2 strikes on Bradley with nobody out. He skipped it up there, knocked down by Joseph to keep the runners at first and second.
They're lucky they have Britton in this game with nothing on the line, to be honest with you, because he's not very sharp at all.
And he's thrown 10 pitches, only 4 strikes since coming on.
He did his thing tonight. Did he ever?
Again. The Red Sox have scored some runs for him tonight. The 2-2, a check swing, 3-2. Red Sox trying to go to 3-4 on the homestand. Got Drew Pomeranz going tomorrow night. Sandy Leon waiting his turn. And the 3-2 pitch from the hard throwing lefty. Red Sox right now 2-4 on the homestand and finish up this long 4-game series with the Orioles on Thursday and then go to Minnesota and Milwaukee. Before heading back home to Fenway. 3-2 pitch now to Jackie Bradley again. Pops that up. Drifting back Hardy. He had trouble on a play like this.
Oh,
and has another bit of difficulty. It drops in. Marlins going to be tagged out at second.
It's like a double play.
And yeah, that's a double play. So that one falls in again.
You thought that Hardy was just going to pick it up off the ground and throw it to third for a force out, but he threw it to second. They touched the base and touched Moreland for a double play.
Because that first out was a force out.
Right.
John Farrell looking for an explanation.
This is strange right here.
Wait, he's having so much trouble on these pop-ups.
What's he doing? He whiffs it. I thought to go to third, goes to second. Watch Moreland. He's off the bag, tagged him before he got to the bag, and then tagged the bag. Strange play. What we got here?
It's going to be a triple play.
Triple play.
That is actually a triple play.
How about that?
As they triple up Dustin Pedroia at first base.
That Britton, that's what you call branch work when you're a pitcher.
Well, now that is the most bizarre triple play I've ever seen.
Says he tagged Moreland. Watch. He'll tag Moreland before he touches the base, then touch the base. Tags him, then tags him again and touches the base. So you tell me.
That's out number 3. Full play that technically was 6-4-3. There was no infield fly call on this.
Right.
So it falls in. Hardy will pick it up and go to second base where Moreland is tagged out. There's one out. Scopes steps on the bag to force Pedroia there.
And Jackie's not in the pitcher because he
to
didn't
first
run.
base, and Jackie Bradley is out. He had left first base.
Right.
So it was very confusing to the Red Sox and everybody else in the ballpark, but it winds up a triple play. Talk about weird.
Oh, man.
As we go to the 9th inning, 5-2 Red Sox ahead.
I've never seen that.
And Kimbrel coming on. And Bob's Discount Furniture going to bat for the Jimmy Fund again this year. Bob will donate $1,000 to the Jimmy Fund for every game saved this season. Everybody saves at Bob's. The only choice for untouchable furniture value, available in store at mybobs.com. We've seen a few things tonight,
haven't we? Hopefully we see some punch outs from this guy who's been punching out the world all year.
Facing Machado, who's blasted a home run totally out of Fenway. He's also struck out twice tonight. Chris Sale went 8 innings, gave up 2 runs, 3 hits, struck out 11, and in line for the victory. Trumbo on deck, and then Davis. So the heart of the order here for the Orioles. And a save opportunity. And did he offer? No, he didn't. No swing, says Sam Holbrook.
You know, I guess you call that a slider. I mean, he's got a curveball too, does he not, Kimbrel? I mean, you saw that sweeping breaking ball right there, but he has this knuckle curve thing he throws too, as if he needs it.
Machado's 0 for 3 against him, lifetime 2 Ks.
See, that thing is snapping in there.
Now Kimbrel's gone to 3-1 on Machado. Hard ground ball. Nice big hop for Bogarts, who sets him down 1 away. So 1 away for Trumbo, who has struck out twice and flied to right. You know, one thing that's really surprising about the triple play was there was no infield fly in effect.
Right.
And the infield fly does not pertain to just a ball strictly on the infield. Oftentimes outfielders are coming in and infielders are going back, and
that
it's
had
still
enough height on it, didn't it?
I thought so.
First of all, J.J. Hardy should have caught the thing. The second one this series he hasn't caught.
Yep, that one tagged to dead away center field. Bradley looking for room, has some. Back near the bleacher bar, he hauls it in for the second out.
Trumbo gave it a ride, maybe at the end of the bat right there, because he's got that kind of power to lose it up there.
So here's Davis. He has struck out and grounded out. He's also taken ball 4 tonight. 2 down, bases empty. Red Sox an out away as that one is flicked foul out of play. Sox have out hit the Orioles 10-3. Big night for Hanley Ramirez with 2 long home runs again, and for Chris Sale. And the 0-1 to Davis.
A sweeping breaking ball again by Kimbrel. He's got it up to 99 tonight.
Here's the 1-1 pitch from Kimbrel. Waved at and missed.
I mean, you got to pick one or the other when you're a hitter. And if you don't pick the fastball, you'll never catch up with it. That's all there is to it.
And a 1-2 from the right-hander. That bends him back out of the way.
Little 99 hump for you right there.
Wind is gusted up here the last couple of innings. That may have affected that pop-up as well. 1-2. 2-2 pitch, cut on and missed. Leon will pick it up, throw to first, and that'll be it. The Red Sox win it 5-2. Once again, Kimbrel zipping through the 9th inning. Chris Sale with another tremendous effort, set with 11 Ks over 8 innings. And TC, the Red Sox in the win column, and a big bounce back from last night.